Hey everybody, it's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. Today I am super excited because my pink envelope appeared in the mail, which means it is time for the puzzle mystery quilt for spring 2020, which is Name of the Rose. I'm going to be working on the Electron color wave. I couldn't think of the name for a second. I'm going to be working on the Electron color wave, which is some fabric from Juicy Juice. I'm so excited to put this together, and I'm excited if you have a pattern similar to mine, or you just want to watch the video to follow along with how this piece goes together. Thank you very much for doing that. And again, thank you very much to Cotton Cuts for allowing me to do this. This video is not sponsored, however, they are giving me a small quilt for free to help y'all put the pieces together, so I'm excited about that. So over the next 10 months, we're gonna have a lot of fun putting this quilt together and seeing what it comes out to be whenever we put all the pieces together at month 10. If you don't know what I'm talking about for the puzzle mystery quilt, I'm gonna go ahead and put a link up in the iCards and down in the description below that gives, it's kind of like a reveal video and shows you all about the puzzle mystery quilt, what it is, how it works, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and start by opening up our package and taking a look at what's in clue number 1. Okay, let's go ahead and open up our very first clue and see what all we have inside. I am very excited to get into this one and get started. I love the Electron color wave. There's some really great color waves for this one, and I'm excited for this one. It just looks so amazing, and I love Juicy Juice's fabric anyways. All right, here is the package with your pre-cut fabric in it and all sorts of different things. Instead of like looking through the package, we should go ahead and open it up. I will notate that mine has a number 1 on it, so that way I know which clue is which. Okay, I've separated my fabric out. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. This is a very crucial part of this challenge. Make sure to keep this every single month because this is going to be your reference guide as to what fabric is what. So for Electron, we have fabric A as this black fabric with the doodads on it. Fabric B is going to be the turquoise fabric. Fabric C is red. Fabric D is white with those doodads on it. Fabric E is kind of this yellow lemon lime color with the doodads on it. And then fabric F is this navy with the doodads on it. I don't know what the official name of the doodads are. I'm just going to call them doodads from now on. So anyways, keep this card as reference so you always know which fabric you need. It also tells the name, gives the name of the quilt and spring 2020 puzzle mystery quilt, and then you are Team Electron if you got this one. If you got a different colorway, it will say so down here. Also in the package we have our color challenge card. You can it gives you an example and then you can fill it out here on the back, and you can enter this in on social media and then hopefully win some great prizes with that. So make sure to take advantage of this and post this up on social media after you fill it out. We also have some stickers. It looks like some cute, adorable animal stickers. I love these. These must be in tandem with a fabric designer. These are super cute. I love them. We have Trace Creek Quilting. I have used them before, and if you send in a quilt to get quilted from them, it is 25% off your first long arm quilting order. So if you want to, you can check out the unveiling video that I did using this company for a quilt. I'll put that up in the, where's the thing? It's over up here. Yeah, there we go. Up in the iCards. I can't get this right. There we go. Up in the iCards, and I'll also put it in the description below for you. It comes with cardboard to help give it a little bit of rigidity as it was going through the mail. And here we go. Okay, so we have our instructions. These instructions are a little different than what I'm used to from the last season's puzzle mystery quilt. And so it looks like we have our information here on the front, clue 1 of 10. It looks like this is going to be the clue that we're making today, and here it is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just follow the directions one at a time. I'm going to lay out my fabric again so that way we're all familiar with what's in this one, and I'm going to put my guide right here so I know what it is. Let's see, this is fabric F, so I have 2 of these triangles of F. Let me get this all on camera for you. There we go. So I have 2 triangles of F, 2 smaller triangles of F. So that's 2 and 2. I have 4 of my C fabric, squares of C fabric. I have 4 triangles of my C fabric. I have 2 triangles of my B fabric, or excuse me, 2 squares of my B fabric. I have 2, 4, 6 of my triangles of B fabric. We have 2 rectangles, and I don't know if these are the smaller, so these are the smaller ones right here. So we have the smaller rectangles of A, the larger rectangles of A, and then I have 4 triangles of A. All right, so this is what we're going to be working with. I'm going to go ahead and move these over to the desk behind me, and we'll start in on actually putting this quilt together. Now I wanted to let you know that I have zoomed everything out a little bit, just so that way you can see everything that's going on. Also, I want everybody to know I'm using the Cricut Easy Press Mini. This is the mini version on an iron mat from Cricut. This is how I like to press my seams. However, any iron that you have will work. I just like this one because of how nicely it moves across the surface of the material, and it's very easy to handle as well. So whenever I'm pressing seams, you'll see me reach for my Cricut Easy Press Mini, and that's what I'm using for today's work. All right, let's go ahead and start off with the first instruction for this clue, which is, first of all, we need to remember that all of our seams are at 1/4 of an inch, so make sure to locate that on your sewing machine. Each seam is going to be 1/4 of an inch. We need to grab a triangle of A and a triangle of B. So that's A fabric, B fabric, A fabric, B fabric. And we're going to go ahead and sew these together and press towards B. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these two and sew these up, and then I'm going to press towards B. Alright, it is now time to press these. I have done my stitch. As you can see, I'm using black thread for this quilt. I feel like it will work well with the darker tones. Anyways, and I'm now going to press this so that way this little extra space, the 1/4 inch seam, is flapped over towards fabric B. So I'm going to take my iron and I'm just going to gently press and get it flopped over towards side B. Okay, now it is time to start working with B and F fabric. So I'm going to make 2 of these half square triangles using F and B, and we're going to press towards F. So let's do that. Alright, I have put together the B and F, and now I'm just pressing towards, oh, I think I was supposed to press this towards F. Oh darn, I did it the wrong way. That's okay, we can flip it around and we'll do it the right way. Alright, I have put F and B together, and now I am pressing so that it is pressed towards F on both of these. Alright, so I have my step 1 and my step 2 done. Now it is time to join steps 1 and 2 and press to the bottom. So I have AB, and then I take BF, just like this, so that way it forms the triangle, and I'm going to sew along the bottom part right here, so that way I get a strip that has A, B, B, F. Alright guys, here are my 2 pieces. You might notice that there's a little bit of fuzz and it's not as pretty on this side. That's because I just sewed it the wrong way the first time. Guys, it happens. It totally happens with everybody. Just make sure you're paying attention. I wasn't paying attention, which is what got me in trouble. So anyways, here are my 2 complete units. We're going to press them now towards the bottom, so which means I'm going to flip it upside down here so that way I can press my seam towards the bottom, and then just remember to flip it back around so that way you know which one is next. And as I've been going through this process of sewing my puzzle mystery quilt from last year, I've come to realize that a finished quilt is better than a perfect quilt. So yes, some of my angles are not perfect. I think this block is definitely so far a little wonky, but you know, that's part of the fun of working with quilts, is getting those kind of wonkiness and weird things to kind of line up again. So it's not perfect, it's never going to be perfect, but I'd rather have a finished quilt than have a perfect one. Alright, so it looks like we're going to set these off to the side and we'll bring in some new fabric. Alright, I have my next two fabrics, which is A and C, and I'm going to be putting my C down here on the bottom with A up in the top, like so. And I'm going to do this 2 times and sew these together. Okay, I have sewn my 2 half square triangles here. I didn't mean together as in I was sewing them together, just my 2 fabrics together. So I've done that for one, and now I'm pressing over. It says to press towards the C fabric, so I'm going to press over towards the red side in this case, like so. And step 5 says to bring in a square of C and then sew my AC square to my square of C, just like this. So we'll go ahead and sew on this seam right here, and then we'll press towards the square. Easy enough. Okie dokie, I have completed this. I've sewn on my AC fabric to my square of C, and now I'm pressing towards C, and then we'll move on to our next step. Alright, we've done everything in step 5. We're moving on to step 6. We're going to start with a large F triangle, and we're going to add a B triangle over onto the left side, and we're actually going to do this twice. So there is the large F triangle and then the fabric B triangle, and we're just going to go ahead and sew this just like this. Okay, now that I have that done, I'm going to press towards B, so I'm going to press towards my aqua or turquoise fabric, however you want to call that. And then the next step we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing but on the other side with fabric C, so that way we have a red triangle on the right side. So again, I'm going to take my red fabric C and I'm just going to put it over on fabric F and then sew along this line right here. Alright, I've done that twice, so now I need to press towards C. I don't know if I did that quite right. Let's try that again. I don't think it quite... There we go, that's better. It's hard to see sometimes when you're not looking straight on it. So there is triangle C added on to triangle F, and we're pressing towards C, which is interesting because most of the time we're pressing towards the darker fabric, at least so I've been taught, but in this case we're pressing towards kind of the lighter fabric. Anyways, alright, so there is that triangle, and there is that triangle. Let's go ahead and set these aside, and we're going to work on step 7. Step 7 looks very easy. We're going to sew a square of B to a square of C, just like that. And we're doing it twice. So we're going to do it something like this, and we'll do it 2 times. Alright, I've put my 2 squares together, and now I'm pressing towards my C fabric, which is the red fabric here. And I always I didn't quite get that right. There we go. Alright, I wasn't pressing all the way, it seemed like. So anyways, I have done that once, and now I'm going to do that twice. And then we'll go ahead and move on to step 8. Alright, we're bringing back what we worked on in step 6. For step 8 now, we have our B and C. And what we're going to do for this, I'm going to set that one right there, is we're going to line these up just like this. So we're lining up our B and C fabric with the B and C fabric from step 6. And we'll sew it just like this. Alright, so that's how it looks whenever it is all said and done with. I'm going to press this down a little bit because it kind of was trying to pop up a little bit. Anyways, so now for this, it says to press to the top, so I'm just gonna hold the top part here and do a little bit of pressing, so that way it presses towards the top. And we have our block, just like this, ready to go. All right, here's where things really start to come together. We have step 8 right here. And now in step 9, we're going to join step 3, which is this one, to the left of step 8, like so. And then we're gonna take our, which step was this? Join step 5 to join step 8. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I love when things really start to come together and you get like, I don't know, it's just something cool about it. And I especially love the colors from this one. All right, enough geeking out. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go ahead and start putting this together with step 3 to the left, step 5 to the right, and then we're gonna press everything to the right. Okay, this is what it should look like when you're done. So now it is time to press everything towards the right. I do have another one, it's just off camera. I wanted to make sure that I have enough room for this one. So basically what you're gonna do to press to the right is like we've been doing before, and I kind of just hold it up and push it into the direction that I want it to go into. And I'm very happy with how well a lot of my points are lining up. It is, like I said, far from perfect, but I am not going for perfection. I am going for a finished quilt top. So at this point, your block should register about 6.5 inches tall by 12.5 inches long. I don't typically measure because I know it's just gonna be finagling, and I know I'm off anyways a little bit, so I'm not too worried about it. But if you are a perfectionist, that's how big it should be so far. Okay, the first instruction for clue 10 is to sew the longer rectangle to the top and then press, which way does it say? Press to A, so we're gonna press towards the black. So let's do that first. Okay, I've gone ahead and done the long strip of A and put it up here on the top of my block, and now I'm pressing towards this longer block, making sure that I'm getting it nice and done there, so just like this. And now we're gonna take our shorter block of A and we're gonna sew it on just like this. All right, there we go. I've put on my shorter piece, my shorter rectangle of A, just like that. And there we go. There is the very first block of your puzzle mystery quilt for spring 2020. How awesome does this look? And I can't wait to continue putting this one together to see all the different pieces and how they're gonna look whenever it's all done. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the other one, and we'll have 2 ready to go. We'll need to make sure to label these with clue 1, so that way when it's time to put it all together, you remember which piece is which. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments down below. I'll be happy to answer them to the best of my ability, or you can always contact Cotton Cuts and they'll be happy to assist you as well. I can't wait to keep going on this journey with you, and I hope you'll subscribe so that way we can keep putting together our puzzle pieces together. I hope everybody has a great day, and remember guys, normal's just as sitting on the dryer. Bye!